John 8:32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And the truth is, no matter who you are, no matter where you from, no matter what you're going through, God can bring you through it. So stand up and declare that you definitely gonna make it. And there ain't nothing but the truth, the whole truth, all truth. Yeah, that's right. This is strong truth.
You're exactly where you're supposed to be. But the truth, that is what will set you free. You're stronger than what it seems. Be free, be who you're called to be. With you on this journey, you can make it. You can make it. It's just the lies and deception. It can be misleading. You can make it. You can make it. Just keep believing. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the one and only Strong Jones.
And Precious.
And we're here with today's episode of the Strong Truth Podcast, where we vow to tell nothing but the truth,
The whole truth.
our truth, the strong truth. And today's episode, we got something special. We got the whole crew of the Strong Truth Podcast. We got our studio manager, our camera girl, and our DJ with us. And I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves.
Well, I'm Dr. Jeter, Dondre Jeter.
I'm Jasmine. I'm DJ Reed. Oh, y'all already know me. I'm Precious.
Everybody, it's the one and only Strong Jones.
And Precious.
And we need y'all to do us a favor. We need y'all to go hit that like button,
And subscribe.
go comment,
And hit that notification bell so that every single time we post, you'll get notified.
and if y'all like to be able to listen to us and donate to help make Strong Truth Podcast a little bit more stronger, you can just donate to us on Cash App. Money sign Strong Truth Pod.
The strong way.
I'm Precious.
But today's episode, we're going to be talking about basically the why. We want to let our fans know why we start this platform, why everybody accepted the call. And I just want y'all to get to know the people that are like behind the scenes helping us. So, we're going to start our focus verse, and it's coming from Romans 12, verse 1. And it says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercy of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And I want to ask everybody, like, going down the line, starting with you, Pret. What does that verse mean to you?
To me, the verse simply means that I'm giving my life back to the Lord. I'm sacrificing my wants, my desires, my needs for God's wants for me, God's desire for me. And that's kind of what it means to me, kind of sacrificing myself for the Lord. What you got, Ree?
You want that in English?
Yeah, translate that. So he gonna read a different version. Yeah, okay.
It really ain't different.
Or what about amplifier, Strong?
Try that.
New amplifier.
Okay, therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, by the mercy of God, to present your bodies, dedicating all yourself, set apart as a living sacrifice, holy and well pleasing to God, which is your rational, in parentheses, logical, intelligent act of worship.
Well, what I got out of that verse is basically just from head to toe, give yourself to God, like inside to outside. Give it all to God, regardless of what it is. Just give it all to Him. Sacrifice it all. What you got, Jazz?
Yeah, so I'm thinking a little bit of what they were saying, but it also makes me think about like church organizations. Like we all have our specialties, our talents, but when we work together, then we can, surrender and do what He called us to do as a team.
What it means to me, it says that, we all have purpose. We definitely here, not just waste time, but we all have a purpose, and, and it's just our duty. That's what we're put here for. And, no matter what you go through, no matter what's going on, but, you hear the word. That's, we're here purpose driven. So that's what I get out of it.
Okay.
That's good. Dondre, boy's deep too. Jesus.
He sound like a pastor to me. That's what he did that. I was like, okay.
What
Okay.
about you, Strong? What does it mean to you?
Just we was made to be, used for God's will. Simple as that. Like, and the part where it says our reasonable service mean that's the least we can do. Like, it's nothing hard. Like, that's the least, and that's what we should want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm also hearing, you have to be born again.
Facts. Most definitely.
That show.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
That's good. That's good, because I was about to have a question, but I'm going to let that right there, but I'm going to let Strong tell
Like, what's
us.
your question?
I don't need you to forget that you got to answer the question.
I just asked me.
Oh, you didn't?
didn't feel like that was else.
Oh, dang. My bad. I guess I wasn't even listening. Okay. But hey, what you said, say it again a little bit. You, Strong. What was your counsel? Jesus.
I said that it's basically us being used for God's purpose. Like, that's what we was created for. And the part where it says to our reasonable service, like it's saying that, like, that's the least that you can do.
Yes.
Like, that's the least that you should want to do, and that's that, like, serve God with all your being and all your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, type, man.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
What is it? All things work together
for the good of those.
for the good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm hearing that as well. When you ask that question.
Yeah. We're better together. There is. No, but as Dr. Jeter was saying, he mentioned about being reborn. And as he was saying that, I was thinking, like, before we even understand that we are to give our gifts back to God, give our bodies back to God, give everything that we possess and that we are back to God, with you saying be born again, I thought of how we operated before we was doing it for God.
Right.
Like, in a way, there's a difference. Like, just say you have a poet, and a poet's artistry was solely based on lust or solely based on, like, seduction. And so that's their artistry that was blessed with these words and this creativity, right? But then once they were reborn, once they realized that I'm getting away from my purpose. Like, yes, I have this gift, but I'm not glorifying the Lord with what I have. And so to be reborn again is kind of like, I'm going to go back to the drawing board and I'm going to reflect on what I have been doing, and I'm going to change some things so that it can now reflect the Lord. I'm sacrificing what I was doing, now doing it for a greater good, a bigger purpose. That's what I thought of when you said that.
That's good.
I'm going to have another question too after that, but go ahead.
But I'll let the question fly.
Okay, so I want each of us. So we got DJ Reed from the V, right? We got K Dot right here, right? And we got Dr. Jeter. We got Strong. So each of us have our own gifts, right? And we're all coming together because we better together. And we doing this thing for the glory, for the betterment of the kingdom, right? And so I want to ask each of you, in this moment, are you using your gifts and talents as a living sacrifice for the Lord? Like, are you using your gifts, your talents to glorify the Lord? And it's no right or wrong answer, but it's to reflect on where you are right now.
I feel like I am for a while, for a long time. I was like looking for my purpose and always it's like, what am I here for? What I need to be doing? And then, it's just maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I really realized, like, wow, like, your gift is connecting with people. Your gift is connecting with children, nurturing children, and being in my profession as a principal. I really do feel like, I love going to work now. I love to see the smile on those kids' faces. I ask the Lord every day, every morning when I pray, help me to be a blessing. Help me to be a blessing to somebody else besides me. Somebody need a word of encouragement. Somebody need a hug. So, when those things occur throughout the day, I'm really like happy on the inside, and I really feel like I'm doing a great deed. So I really do feel like I'm filling out my purpose. So you can do it in many different ways, and it might look different for all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, I would say I am. It hasn't always been that way. I would say with my photography at first, it was definitely a blessing because it was able to bring me out of depression and came in the perfect timing. But now I just want to say, like, it goes beyond the photo shoots, it goes beyond the visuals. Of course, as people, we can make a choice. Do we want to focus on the good? We want to focus on the bad, and I choose to highlight the positive things going on in the community. But even beyond that, I think that, you know, the interactions you have with people, you know, how do they feel in your presence? Like, you get a lot of people that, you know, gun cold to be in front of the camera, but hey, you're a beautiful person, you know, and you got to have that patience with people, because this is a love language for them. This is them feeling safe. This is like, you supposed to be able to show your light in the darkness, a light in somebody's world. And I feel like that's what, you know, photography is. You got to highlight that light. So, yes.
That's good. What about you, DJ Reed from the Big?
Hello, guys. In the beginning, when I became a DJ, at first, I did not know what I was going to be doing DJing. Like, I always listened to music, but of course, it was not the right kind of music. But hey, we are here now, and I am rebranding. No, I have not started back DJing, but I am becoming better with DJing. And at first I was just like itching for the money, but now it's more so of I can reach people in different areas, different locations, towns, black, white, no matter the race, like I can reach them. And people, just last night I was out somewhere and a girl was like, "Oh, I know you." And I was like, "Huh? You know me?" She was like, "I just added." She was like, "What you added me on?" She was like, "You DJ Reed?" I was like, "Yeah, it's time to get back in the house, y'all." It was like, "How you know me?" Like, the girl was like 17 years old, and I've been DJing since I was like 20, and I'm 29 now. So it's like, "Girl, you know me? Okay, go read." But other than that, now I feel like I'm starting to live in my purpose with being a Christian DJ, because I want to mix it up. I was able to bring a different vibe, so now I know that I can control that vibe. So yeah, I'm living in the moment.
Okay. But you strong.
I mean, this podcast is my gift, so yeah, we doing it. I'm flapping. I'm professional, you know, go on flapping. I'm gonna talk, spread the word, the gospel. So definitely, like, I definitely feel like I'm walking in my purpose. How about you, Prick?
Oh, damn, better answer. Okay. No, I do feel like I am. I think that before, without you knowing that what you're doing is purposeful, it's kind of like you just going day to day. I'm just living day in, day out, you know. And you do, like Dr. Jeter stated, you know, you do wonder, what is my purpose? Like, where am I getting my fulfillment from? Like, is this really, like, what is the payout in a way? Like, you want to see that what you're putting out is getting something, like, you know, not that I'm doing it for this, that, and third, but in everything that you do, you get something out of it. Right. And so I think now, yes, in a lot of things that I do, I see people drawn to it. People have been vocalizing it. And, you know, yeah, I think that now I've sacrificed my lifestyle. I've sacrificed the way that I speak. I sacrificed a lot of my being, you know, to allow the Lord to use me for his glory. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Strong True podcast, I mean, it's something built on something strong, positive, and we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Strong, you're impressive out in the forefront. I didn't even really want to, this ain't my thing. You know what I mean?
Did not want to be on.
But, you know, my talents is behind the scenes. You know, I'm going to make sure the paper right, and I'm going to make sure the marketing side of it right. But everybody has the strengths and weaknesses. So I feel like we all are, you know, serving our purpose with what we got going on here, you know? So I do feel like, you know, we do it in different ways, various ways, you know, on a daily.
Yeah.
Like when you just feel like you're doing a good deed, or you feel like you know, God is pleased with what you're doing, you know?
That part, yeah. That's good. That's good. What you got, Sean? You want to ask something?
I got a question, but go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Because, you know, I come with thousands of them, but I'm through. I'm through for now.
That'd be good. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jesus just said, with God being satisfied, and I know Purchase said it was sacrifice, and I know my leader, he say obedience is better than sacrifice, you know, and I just think that's just a statement right there. I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a strong statement.
Yes.
The strong way.
The strong way.
Yes.
No, for sure.
Yeah, my question is, and that's what this whole point of this episode. You sure you don't want to ask Sherry? Cause all right. So, why did y'all accept the call to the Strong True podcast, knowing what it stood for, and knowing, like, this is gonna be more than like their lifetime journey, you know, unless God just say cut it out, like it's gonna be going on. They're gonna get this podcast. So what made, like, y'all know, like, okay, this the right move, this something I want to be a part of, like, this ain't no foolery, like, what's that for y'all? Like, what was y'all? Yes.
To be a creative is one thing. I like to see creative people and somebody that have a goal and a vision and put it, you know, into play. But, you know, entertainment and having goals, that's one thing. But having something that's centered around God, you know, or positivity, that was a no-brainer for me. You know, I'm into music, I'm into all different types of things, but it's just something about when it's, you know, it ain't what you're doing, it's how you do it. You know, just something about when you can feel the purpose and when there's reason behind it and when there's meaning behind it. And this right here, like I said, was a no-brainer for me because, you know, you took your time for one thing. You didn't rush it. And, you know, we was there step by step as God was revealing different things to you. And then, you know, if you're living it and if you're feeling it and you just feel right, you know, it's just a no-brainer for me. What about for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, I would say the basis of my business is helping other people. All right. The basis of my business is helping other people, you know, produce their dream. I feel like when it came to my photography career, it was a whole lot of detours and it redirected me back to my photography, my camera. So I was like, well, you know, God took me through all of this to bring me back to what I originally wanted to do. Let me use it to magnify, you know, him and the vision that he gave other people. So when Aaron called me, he was like, you know, I got this vision because, you know, God has pretty much, you know, told me how I want to go. We just got to plug in the pieces. And then he told me print was, and I said, let's do it. So, you know, just, you know, it was like he was saying, it was a no-brainer.
My reason. Growing up, I was in church. And as I got older, my pastor died. Like, I had been with him since I was little. He died. And when he died, I felt like everything around me was just like crumbling day by day, month by month, year by year. And it's like when I seen Al one day and I was like, what Kel doing down here? I ain't seen him in a long time. And then he was telling me what was going on. And I was like, oh, that's tight. Like, I want to do that. I want to be a part of it because, okay, so as I was saying, growing up, I had this pastor that I was with majority of my life. And when he passed away, I felt like everything else was just like going downhill. So when Al was telling me about what was going on with the podcast that he was creating, I was like, oh, that's nice. Like, I want to be a part of something like that because I was raised in the church. And nowadays with my age group and the people around, the surroundings, you just don't see church being church no more. And people is just running away with all kind of lies. So the strong truth, we need that. So yes, I want to be a part of that so I can be a part of the strong truth because y'all need to know the truth. Nothing but the truth and the whole truth. Okay.
The strong way.
So for me, I think most of what they're stating, Strong hit me up about it and instantly I wanted to pray about it. But even listening to him, that gave me the desire or the want to, it was his vision. You know, it was Christ-centered and I could see where it could go in a sense of it wasn't no foolery. We wasn't just jumping off a cliff and wherever it take us, or we talking about, like, I'm a person of substance, honestly. Like, I'm big on being positive. I'm big on making sense of things. I'm just big on stuff like that. So to hear his vision, I just felt like that's something that I would want to be a part of, you know, because if I'm a part of it, that means it also reflects me, you know, and I feel like that's something that I wouldn't mind showing up as, you know, and I am, you know, I prayed about it and the Lord, he was like, get to work. And that's the exact words that I gave Strong when he gave them to me. And so this is kingdom work to me. I believe that God is using my gift for purpose. He is using my gift to help bring souls to the kingdom. And that is literally why I said yes. What about you? Well,
Yeah, about to make me cry over here.
what made you surrender? I mean, it's your vision. He gave you the vision.
what made you say, okay, yes, Lord, I'm going to do this, you know, as being a part of what he showed you?
He gave the idea to me, but being honest, what made me totally surrender was, and this might sound crazy, but the sign he gave me through y'all, like y'all saying, yeah, let me know, like, okay, yeah, like he really want me to do this. So, I mean, he gave me the idea, like, back in 2022 type thing. That's when it first came to me. I had a friend and she was just like, you good at talking, like you should start a podcast. I ain't really take it serious or whatever, but she really believed in it. And she ended up getting me a laptop for Christmas type thing. And I was like, you know what, I might really take this serious or whatever. He gave me another sign, like I don't really care to get into it because that's a whole nother story, but he gave me another sign. Like, long story short, a stranger came to my house one day and his grandmother lived at my house, like before I lived there at the time I was living. But we talked and everything, and long story short, while we're talking, I'm like, Lord, where is this conversation going? Like, why is this person at my house? And through his story, he was just like, man, I want to go around and like, I really want to tell people my story. He had just got out of prison or whatever, so he really wanted to like vocalize what he had went through. And he was like, you know, I want to go door to door and tell folks. And then he was like, no, you know what? I want to do a podcast. So I was just like, dang, God, like, you trying to tell me to do this through somebody else? So I got even more serious about it. And then I went to God. I prayed to him and I was like, all right, God, like, you give me signs like this, what you want me to do. But I told him this. I was like, if I'm going to do this, you're going to have to help me with it. Like, I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to make a fool of myself. I hate wasting time. Like, that's my biggest pet peeve. Like, I do not like wasting time. So you got to send the people, you got to send the help, you got to make this thing perfect. My apostle, which is my godfather, you know, he told me, he was like, God gonna prepare you for anything that you would face in this podcast. He gonna prepare you for it or whatever. So that's when being honest, that's once he told me that, I started going through my isolation season. I started learning a whole lot of stuff. I started doing my research. I looked up everything podcast. I looked up what was the number one podcast at that time because I had to figure out, okay, in the podcast world, who's gonna be my competition? I had to learn about, you know, recording, talking in the microphone. I had to learn about the equipment. I learned everything I possibly could. I got an LLC. The Strong True Podcast actually being LLC for going on March the 10th. We got the same birthday. So on my birthday, it came back. It was like a birthday gift to me. So in 2023, so it got LLC and all that stuff. And then I just always had the plan of it coming out and preparing for it, but stuff went never just like
Falling through, right?
Yeah, it wasn't falling through right, but I always knew it wasn't time. I knew once it would fall, like it'll fall through when it's time. So I got this idea in my head about 2 or 3 years. I'm still doing any little thing like nitpicking and clawing just to get with it or whatever, like make it happen. And in 2024, it got prophesied to me that I was gonna be over people. I know the lady told me, her words were, I know what you're doing now, but God can put you over people. I knew what she was referring to because, you know, I drive trucks, but she was like, you're not gonna be doing that too much longer. Like, God gonna put you over people. So only other thing I had was the podcast. Like, if not, I'm finna ride this truck till the wheels fall off. But so I'm like, okay, I'm guessing that's my team that God gonna send me. So I started reaching out. Like I started reaching out to people, whatever, and they, you know, things just didn't pan out. I had another photographer I had in mind. I had another, you know, co-host I had in mind. Like, I had another DJ in mind. Like, I had these people in mind, but I also had them pray to the Lord, like, you send me the people. Some way, somehow, something would happen where that person wouldn't fall through. So I had got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm getting frustrated. But when I'm gonna go down the line with everybody, like when they told me yes, and when I knew that, okay, this the person. With Precious, I had another girl, but she never gave me a yeah. It was just kind of up in the air. And one day I was just on Facebook scrolling, and it's clear as day. Like, I guess she had put up a video or something. I ain't even watch it, but it's clear as day. I heard God say, "That's her." I'm like, huh? I knew what it was talking about, but I'm like, her? It was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I guess. So I ended up inboxing Precious, and when I did, you know, I told her what was up, like, and her answer to me was like, well, let me know, okay, that's her, cause she gonna seek God first. So when I asked Precious, I told her, she said, let me pray on it. That let me know right there, like, and I knew I need a female co-host cause I need another perspective. So when she said, let me pray on it, that let me know, okay, like, this girl gonna seek God first. She ain't just finna go for nothing. She's just not gonna move off emotion. She gonna go off of God's judgment first. So that let me know, and thus, I guess once she prayed and she hit me up maybe like 2 weeks later and was like, let's get to work. So then God had also let me know, trust my team. So at that point, I only got one person on my team, which is Precious. So I knew I needed a DJ. So one day I was trying to do a recording, like the intro for this, and I went up to my granddad at church. I had this whole idea in my head. It bombed. But around that time, I had a shirt, like the Strong True Podcast shirt. I had the very first one on or whatever. So that was the only sign that I had a podcast. Like, I even had the idea of the podcast, like, unless I just told you out my mouth, and I wasn't telling everybody except my close family or whatever. So I remember that morning I had walked out of my grandparents' house and the car had rolled by and they blew the horn. I'm like, hey, who that is? Cause I don't want nobody to know, like, I move like a ghost. So I don't really want nobody to know I'm there. Like, I'm like, somebody know me, cause they laid on that horn. But that was that morning. I ended up going to my grandparents' church up there. I ended up recording a video. Struggled bad. It just would not come out. Like, my granddad was trying to help me. My cousin was there. Like, I'm just like, why can't I get it? But I had to realize it really wasn't for me to get the video. It was for me to cross paths with, Ree. So when I get done, I'm just like, you know what? I got what I got. I'm finna go. I walk out my granddad church. This car come by again. The lay on the horn. I'm like, who that is? Like, cause I got the shirt on too and I don't want nobody to know at the time. I'm like, dang, they didn't call me red-handed with my, so Ree pulled up, she whip all that. I'm like, oh, that's cuz. I'm like, what's up, Ree? And she asked me what, about the shirt or whatever. And I told her what was going on and stuff, but I didn't get into the details of the vision. I just told her what it was, told her about this little idea I had or whatever. I ended up talking to Precious probably the next week and was telling like, hey, I know we're gonna need a DJ. And I ended up bringing up Ree Tool. And Ree, like, she was just like, oh yeah, like, Ree good, this and that or whatever type thing. So I ended up calling Ree to actually ask her how would she feel about officially being a DJ for the Strong True Podcast. But this is my sign for Ree. I didn't go into the total vision. I didn't open up about it. Ree ended up telling me. Like, Ree ended up telling me everything. And not on that, she spoke some stuff that had happened in my life that don't nobody know about right at the time. I hadn't seen Ree in years. So I knew then, like, okay, for you to know the vision and I ain't told it to you, like, they ain't nothing up but guys. So they go my DJ scratched off. And then now I know we're gonna need, I know we're gonna need the image. Like, people got to see us. We're gonna need professional pictures and stuff. Like, I ain't finna like have bad quality. So I had a photographer that I had been trying to reach out, but I ain't gonna lie. I asked multiple people about this photographer and it just like red flag just kept coming. I couldn't see the red flag, but red flag keep I'm sorry. The red flag just kept coming up. So I'm like, what is it about this person? Like, God, what's going on? I figured that out later, but I hadn't forgot about my dear cousin right here. And me and Jazz are like, but first or second, because like our grandparents are brothers and sisters. So I was telling Precious, yo, I need like a photographer. So like, I know this girl, she do this and that or whatever. Like, oh yeah, who is she? And when she said the name, I'm like, hey, that's my grandson. So it's a no-brainer. Like, let me call cuz. So I ended up calling cuz off top. And let's go. And now I feel, that made me feel even better because that's like my blood cousin. So I know she I know she not finna just, have bait or just do anything. Like, she gonna have the best interest of the podcast and my vision in her hand, like, or whatever. So, and then with Gina, it was like, I don't know how to explain this, but I just knew it was 5 people. I kept seeing this vision of 5 people, and it was just like, and I'm gonna explain y'all the best way I can. I could see all of them, but with the 5th person, it was like this shadowly figure but it was like, I could tell it was a male. I didn't know who it was, and I could kind of see like this shirt, like it was like this black, like kind of. It was like this kind of like, it was kind of like this black, like Miami Vice. And It was like this shirt that I just kept seeing kind of in the midst of that shadow. I couldn't see the face. I couldn't see nothing, but I knew it was a man. But I'm gonna tell you what, he had actually wore that shirt to church one day. Like he had wore to church a couple years back, and I'm gonna tell you what, one day, man, this man praised God together. We ain't, you know, if you were there, like we actually praised God. That was the shirt he had on, but I had forgot about that. But I kept saying, I'm like, who is this person? Like, God, who is this? And I had asked them a question in the group chat one day, and his name came up by, I think, Jazz and Fred, and I was like, you know, and matter of fact, I think earlier that year, me and him, he had called my phone randomly one day out of the blue. Just, I don't know what made him do it, but he just happened to call my phone. I was like, you know what, I talked to G earlier or whatever. So I wasn't able to never get in contact with him or whatever around the time. It wasn't just never time. And it was something I had to do that God was trying to get me to do, and I wasn't obedient about it. But God had to make sure that, you know, before this stuff can fully move and we can have the complete team, I had to do what I had to do as the leader. And the moment I did that, the very next day, he ended up calling me. And, you know, we talked, and that vision I saw where I could see them three, and I could see that it changed that day. Like the moment we talked, it's like I saw him too, and I knew it was complete. So that was my sign for Jeter. And I said all that to say, them saying yes, the moment he said yes, which was the last person, God brought what he had done, let me know what I had done prayed to him about a couple years earlier. Like, God, you send the people. He brought that back to me, because I honestly had forgot about it, but he brought that to me. Like, I'm gonna send the people, like, and they gonna be on my vision or whatever. And that came, so that helped me with my yes. Like, okay, now I got my team. Like, now I got people that are depending on me to lead this and go forward. So that helped me to go forward. Like, that helped me to, like, you definitely got to do this now. It made me a better man, made me a better person. Like, it made me sit down and think even more. Like, I thought I was doing like a whole lot of, you know, work, researching all that stuff, but it's like, now you can't play around with this, because they got their time, their livelihood, they all got their own business and different stuff that they got to do. Like, I can't play with that. I hold that very dear. Like, and it's to a point where a couple months back, this even before we started recording and lunging or whatever, but I knew the connection was real, because it was like a time where we were all kind of going through something around the time. And I remember waking up, I woke up one night, it's about 1, 2 something in the morning, and my heart was so heavy. It's like I could feel every single one of them. And I don't know if they had talks amongst each other, but I reached out to every single one of them, and everybody was going through something like that. And I was like, but that was God letting me know, like, you connected to them. I literally could feel them. And I'm appreciative of it, because I know I gained a family, I gained ally. I feel very, very, very comfortable going forward with this vision or whatever. Like, you know, I know I'm not alone with it. I'm thankful for my team. I couldn't ask for a better team. Like, so I mean, that's to answer that question. Yeah.
No, that's good. That was deep, thorough.
Got any more questions?
Can definitely understand that why. I don't have nothing else. That was the whole thing. We needed to know. They needed to know why, and I think they know that.
Yeah, and I think when somebody come with a vision, it's not hard to follow. If you want to go in the right direction, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
So teamwork. What I say? Teamwork makes the dream work.
The dream word.
And I like to always live by this slogan and everything. In education, it don't matter where area. But always remember this. No one knows what we all know together.
Oh, wait, you went over my head. Oh, say it again.
I say it all the time to my staff and everybody, but they heard me say it before. No one knows what we all know together. It's just successful collaboration, successful and strategic collaboration is always key. You're going to have to be as a leader, be a great delegator, be able to delegate responsibilities to people, because everybody have their strengths and weaknesses. And then, but everybody is equally valuable. Everybody have their own expertise, and it takes all of us.
Yes.
I'm gonna correct you on one thing. Everybody over here strong in every type of way. It's a strong way. It's a strong truth.
Strong truth. Everybody's strong.
The strong way. Okay.
Period. Period.
I do got one more question for y'all, and then we gonna wrap this up.
Bless it.
Well, it ain't a question. It's more so of a statement that I want y'all to leave something. Each one of y'all, I want y'all to leave something for our fans, some encouraging words, or just something.
Mine quick.
Go ahead.
I'm honestly just gonna say, wait on the Lord. Like, sometimes we're so eager to respond or to do things that sound good, that sound right. Because if I'm honest, there was a whole nother podcast that I could have been a co-host to, but the vision didn't align. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't just, it might sound good, it might even feel good, but literally just wait on the Lord. And it's not nothing against the other pod. This is no shade, nothing like that. But it's just, you have to do what the Lord tells you to do. Not just because it feels good, sounds good, that's something that you would like to do, all of the things. Like, if you, like our focus verse, like, you want to make sure that you're sacrificing yourself for the Lord and you're not getting in his way of the purpose that he has for you. So I just say, wait on the Lord. That's what I got.
I would say to just be true to you, regardless of anything. Just be true to you, no matter if you got to stand alone. If that's who you are, stand alone. Don't be scared. Be you.
Yes, I would say be intentional about sitting still and hearing from the Lord, being open to his plan, surrendering to his way, and never let your memories be greater than your dreams.
I would just like to leave with you that the leaning tree is not always the first to fall. And in the great words of Aaliyah, at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Things of that nature, like always just stay at it. There's a lot of times where on this journey, on this walk, you feel ridiculed, you feel like you're not worthy because you make mistakes, and you have your sin and you do things you're not supposed to do and things like that. And that used to discourage me. It makes me like, oh, why do this? Like, I'm gonna do this anyway. But always stay at it. I promise myself, I always stay with it. I always put God first. I always pray. I always stay with it. And don't, get frustrated, because nobody ever be perfect, but you'll just get better. But that's it, man. I can't see myself not putting God first. Everything has to feel right. Everything has to feel like I'm doing it for God. Like, there's no other reason. So, it may not always look that way, but here, you just always keep your eyes on the prize, know what you're trying to achieve. And like I said, stay with it. Just stay with it.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Man, y'all follow God, trust God, follow the Strong True Podcast on all platforms. Cause guess what? We're gonna continue to let God lead us, and we with y'all on this journey. And we ain't gonna lead y'all wrong. Like, and if I get out of line, one of them gonna say something, and then vice versa, whatever. And then y'all say something to us too. Inbox us. We looking at the comments, we looking at all that type of stuff like that. So, go subscribe, go like, go comment, go share. Strong True Podcast on all platforms. I lied. I want y'all to do one more thing. Because y'all got y'all own businesses. Where can they find K-Dot? Where can they get in contact? DJ Ree, to book y'all, all that type of stuff. Y'all put y'all, y'all personal stuff out there.
Go ahead.
Yes, my website is kdotphotography.pixieset.com. K-Dot Photography on all social medias.
You just find me on Facebook. Like, I'm getting better and getting on it, get more active on it. But you find me on Facebook, Dundre Jeter. I give you my number. So 478-595-8622. I'm old school, so you can reach me by phone. We have a lot going on from real estate. I have a Planet South Pluto Inc., the real estate, Dundre Jeter, real estate Inc. I also have Dre Day American Realty Inc. I have a nonprofit, DT Dream Team Inc. And then, we always doing things in the community, trying to just do things. So just holler at me if you got any ideas for your community. I'm into grant writing, marketing, even music. So, yeah, you just hit me up.
He can help you get funded.
Man with the plan.
Yeah, most definitely.
Y'all can just find me on Facebook at Johnson Keandra. That's it.
Oh, y'all can follow me on Facebook at Precious Need. You can follow me on Instagram at _all things precious or PBO with Precious. I am an inspiring motivational speaker. And so if you need me for any events, hit your girl up.
You ain't tell them about the Precious Project?
Well, the Precious Project is still a thing. It's just, you just gotta follow me on those platforms and you'll understand a little bit about the Precious Project. But with the Precious Project, I help individuals who are serious about growing spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. I help assist and hold accountable and going forward on that journey.
It's just Strong Jones everywhere. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. I just wanted y'all to meet the crew, the people that's, help backing us. And that's really it, man. Y'all, tune in for next week's episode, The Strong Way.
Yeah, on the next one. I'm here.
That shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. For this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness of me, said the Lord. And again I say, no matter who you are, no matter where you from, no matter what you're going through, God can definitely bring you through it. You are strong enough, and that ain't nothing but the truth, the whole truth.